Hi, I'm Mike from 1A Auto. We've been selling auto parts for over 30 years.
What's up guys, I'm Andy from 1A Auto. Today I'm going to show you how to check and fill your fluids in this 2011 Ford Explorer. If you need parts for your vehicle, click the link in the description and head over to 1aauto.com. Alright, we're going to pop the hood right underneath this kick panel here. There's a little lever. Pull that lever to release the safety on the hood. There's a little lever right here. You're going to push it towards the passenger side. Lift up on the hood. The prop rod is right here. Lift it up and you can put it in that slot right there. Your brake fluid is located back here. If you want to check it or if you want to add to it, you want to take a rag, wipe the dust or dirt off the top because you don't want any of that contaminating the fluid. All right. You can take the cap off, twist it to the left and pull it up. This vehicle requires .3 brake fluid. It says right on the cap. And you can see the level in there. A lot of times if you shake it just back and forth, it can help you find the level. The minimum level is down here. So if you're close to the minimal, you may want to add some fluid to reinstall the cap. Just line it up and turn it to the right. The washer fluid is located right here. This cap that looks like a windshield with water spurting up. And lift up the cap on that little tab. To add washer fluid, I'll just gently pour it in. They make different kinds of washer fluid you could add. You could have regular washer fluid. They make cold washer fluid for ice and snow. They also make washer fluid for bugs. And we're going to reinstall the cap, lock it in place. To check your coolant level, the coolant reservoir is located right here. You're going to want to make sure that the vehicle is cold when you're checking it. You're going to want to, if you need to add coolant to it, you're going to want to make sure it's a 50-50 mix of the appropriate coolant. You can check your owner's manual to make sure what kind of coolant it is. And you can take a flashlight and stick it over the coolant jug, and then you can see where the coolant level is. This level is a little bit high. You can shake it a little bit. So we would want to take a little bit of the coolant out. But if you had the coolant below this line right here, you would want to add some. And then after that, after you add it, take the cap, put the cap back on, lock it in place. This vehicle actually has a tag right on the coolant jug that says what kind of coolant to use. You're going to use the Motorcraft Special Green Engine Coolant, 50-50 mix. So the coolant and the water. The oil fill cap is right here. As you can see on this vehicle, it actually says what kind of oil it takes, Motorcraft 5W20. You can take the cap off. You can put a funnel there to add your oil. Put the cap back on. To check the oil, the dipstick is right here. Pull the dipstick out. We're going to use a clean rag. Wipe it off first. Reinsert the dipstick. Let the dipstick sit for a minute, then pull it out. And we can check the level. The level needs to be between these two little dots. And this level is perfect on this vehicle. If the level was towards the lower dot, you would want to add a little bit. Wipe it off again and reinsert the dipstick. The transmission fluid indicator is right underneath the cap. The cap is down here, right on top of the transmission. It's a little bit dirty, so I'm going to wipe it with a rag. We don't want any of that getting into the transmission. To check the fluid level on this vehicle in the transmission, you're going to want the transmission fluid to be between 180 degrees and 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And you're going to want to do this while the engine is running. I'm going to pull the cap off, and there's the dipstick. I'm going to wipe off the dipstick. Reinsert the cap in the dipstick. You want to push the cap all the way down and lock it. Leave it in there for a minute while the engine is running. And we're going to pull it out. So we want the fluid level between these hash marks right here. There's a max line and a min line. So in between there. So if your level's more on the lower side, you would have to top it off. If it's too high, you'd have to remove some of the fluid. So if you're adding fluid, you're going to want to get a funnel like this so that you can get down in there and add the appropriate fluid. You can check your owner's manual for the appropriate fluid. So we'll wipe off the dipstick and reinsert the dipstick and cap. And twist it to the right. Take the prop rod out. Put that in position. Close the hood.
Thanks for watching. Visit us at oneauto.com for quality auto parts, fast and free shipping, and the best customer service in the industry.